Friends, there are devotees of two types. Devotees who have Dvaita vision of this world and themselves and God. See, whenever I say Dvaita or Advaita or any the word darshan, etc., what it means is you need to understand about three things: Jiva, Jagat, and Brahman. Brahman means what you generally call God or truth, etc. Jiva is yourself, okay, and Jagat is the world. Now you are part of the world, that is true, okay. Anyway, that whether you are part of the world, you will see it yourself. This the differences in the perception about all these three things, they form different darshanas, okay, they form different philosophies. And these philosophies are not just theories, but these are various stages of spiritual life. So in a particular stage of your evolution, not your body's evolution, your body has evolved probably based on what Darwin says, okay. But you, as a conscious unit, your body is a material unit and you are conscious unit. Conscious unit contains, we all know what the body contains. Conscious unit contains mind, mana, vritti, chitta, buddhi, and atma, okay. So all of these five who are indivisible, they form you. That is what when I say I, the complex, I mean the union of all these five. This is what I'm calling I. So they are not like different things like five apples. No, not like that. They are the same, but they are denoted and understood by the activity that they are doing. We will get into that later on, but I hope you understood that, very roughly, if I have to explain, conscious unit or you is the software part of the human being that you are, and the body is the hardware. So hardware may have evolved from monkeys and all the other thing that you scientifically generally these Darwin, etc., they have understood. But you, conscious unit, your evolution is different. Now, evolution means in consciousness, evolution means you may think like earlier I had only mind and now I have mind and man and vritta. Then I have buddhi. No, not like that. We all have all the five. But some of the activities, they are all activities basically. So those activities, some of them are active and some of them are not. Some of them are awakened and they're working, and some of them are not. So if all of the activities are working, then you are a Jagrat Mano, which is an awakened person. If half of them, then you are Ardha Jagrat. Quarter of them or something like that, less than half, etc., then you are Alpa Jagrat. Ajagrat, which means if you are not at all awakened. So we are somewhere in between these things. So why am I explaining to you all these things is, to the untrained spiritual aspirant, these things may sound complex and look complex, but when I say, I hope you are able to understand what I mean. So the question is, the point in question about this video is that I wanted to tell you that there are devotees of different kinds. And for example, I am a devotee too. I don't want to tell this publicly, or I don't. We somehow feel shy about admitting we are devotees. I mean, we think it is obvious, but because I speak like this and because I speak facts and I'm not sentimental, people think I'm not a devotee. Because in their understanding, devotion equal to sentiments and sentiments equal to devotion. I don't subscribe to any such things. Yeah, in devotion we have some notions, we have some sentiments. For example, my guru, my father, my Sri Ramakrishna asked us to not partake food from funeral ceremony, or after funeral ceremony they do this shraddha, right? So that shraddha food, don't take that. He said, because it is offered to mains, which is departed souls, don't take it, it will harm your bhakti. Okay. So I don't take. Uh, Very rarely, one or two times I have taken, um, but with full knowledge and with a prayer I have taken. But I avoid at all costs. So uh, this, you can say it is a sentiment, and though I have given an answer, I will agree that could be a sentiment. So some sentiments we all have, that is our private personal practices, etc. They're there, but we will never let these sentiments rule over facts. So if someone says what is a fact, then something is a fact, and I will not say that my sentiment is bigger than your fact. I will never say that. I will never claim that. Well, I was saying, because I'm a devotee, you cannot think that I'm a devotee like you. Okay, in devotion also there are so many kinds. For example, I just said about sentiments. The second part is, I'm a devotee with full vision of the existence, in the sense that the Dvaita, Visishtadvaita, and Advaita, these three divisions in philosophy, represented by the three Trimatacharya, okay, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, and Shankaracharya. So you may think that if I'm a Dvaiti, I just follow Madhvacharya. Maybe it works there. If I'm a Visishtadvaiti, I just follow Ramanujacharya. It will work there. But if I'm an Advaiti, of course I follow Shankaracharya. Of course I am able to think like that. But the point is, well, practical Advaiti is again Vivekananda. So I'm a practical Advaiti in that case. So I'll follow Vivekananda. But as a real Advaitin, as a good Advaitin, we do not condescend on the genuine Dvaiti practitioner, or genuine Visishtadvaiti practitioner, etc. While saying that, we categorize them properly, wherein that is a phase of spiritual life, and not just important, very, very beautiful phase of spiritual life, wherein you are a Dvaiti. What does it mean? It means that you are there and God is there. So you are always looking at God. Whatever you are looking at, you're looking at God only. You are interacting with God. There's nothing else other than that, and you are there. That's it. So this is our conception of Dvaita. So in that case, there is no fear, and there is nothing else that you love. It's only God. What is wrong about it? What is inferior about it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And in Visishtadvaita, everything is God, and you are part of God. You are a part, and God is the whole. What is inferior about it? Nothing is it. Nothing is inferior. It's wonderful, really. Now, in Advaiti, as an Advaiti, what you see is whole of this existence, all of this existence, though for the time being you are identifying yourself with this body and mind complex, but really who you are, really the Brahman means, don't think it is only space. Some people think it is only space and other things. So Brahman is whole existence. Whatever there is, that is Brahman. So when you look at Brahman, like everything, without exception, everything, all of this together, when you look, you are able to identify with all of this together at once, and I mean, okay, I have already told, because it is so simple, so I'm trying to explain too much probably. So you are able to identify with everything at once, and you are that. This small body mind complex that you're identifying with, you are forced to identify with because of the circumstances and the design and the nature laws. That is very temporary. Okay. You are all of that whole. Then there is no one else. And then where is God? A whole thing is God. Who are you? Whole thing is you. Then what is the relation between you and God? You are that. Why should you be separate from God at all? In any sense, even part whole relationship or no, you are that. So this is the status of understanding of an Advaiti. So what happens is, if you are an Advaiti, you have a Dvaita mindset also, Visishtadvaiti mindset also included in the Advaita understanding. If you are such a devotee that is inclusive of the Dvaiti and Advaiti, Visishtadvaiti Sampradaya, and you are an Advaiti, and on that basis you are a devotee, what does an Advaiti devotee mean? It means that all of this whole existence is God and you. You're all identical. But for the sake of play, for the sake of love and game, it's like a game. You identify yourself as some small being and you play with a God like that. Okay. You feel love and the love that you feel for everything around you. Okay. And the commitment you have because everything is you really. You cannot harm anyone. You cannot insult anyone. You cannot see something and condescend that. You will always see everything as divine. You will not see things as gross or material, anything, be whatever it is, including evil. Suppose there is an earthquake. There is an earthquake. That's a fact, right? An earthquake, and people were not able to build houses that are earthquake proof, and so they fell, and then people die, right? So an Advaiti sees it as a matter of fact. This happened because of the cause and effect relationship, and we can improve better next time. That's it. So why is the Advaiti not sad? Because the Advaiti has processed that earlier. When when an accident did not happen, even before that, when you prepare for that accident, what happens is you have you have controlled your emotions, you have understood them. Once you understood, you see through them, then it's very clear that there is no need to be sad or happy about anything. Or see, suppose an Advaiti is marrying, okay, generally you expect the marrying people to be like, hey, balle balle balle, in North India I've seen, and in other places also you're very happy, or this is something new, etc., etc. Advaiti is like, yeah, he enjoy. I mean, see, I'm not saying portraying an Advaiti is a boring and a very passive person. No, not like that. He's just appreciating the fact that, yeah, is it not natural that when you are marrying, so people wear new dresses and there will be a lot of sound and dance. Yeah, so that is there. Everybody knows it, but the others get too excited about it. But the Advaitin does not get carried away. Well, why have I explained all these things taking so much time? Is if you are a devotee of the Advaitic kind, it is different from being a devotee of the Dvaitic kind. So if you have vision only to till the Dvaiti phase, you will have to call an Advaiti names and you will have to criticize the Advaiti because you have not understood what the Advaiti is saying. But if you are an Advaiti, you can understand Dvaiti, you can understand Visishta Advaiti. So you are more inclusive as an Advaiti. But if you are a Dvaiti and you say only this is right, the others are not right, then comes the problem. Then comes sentiment, then comes weakness, and then comes trickery, and you can do so many things. Okay, because you have reason to fear. Fear who? Fear God, because there is only God and you and God, right? So why do you have to fear God? God might be displeased. This was the reason. What happens if God is displeased with you? Then anything can happen because God is all powerful. Anything can happen. Happen to who? Happen to you. So you will always keep God pleased. What will you get? Aishwarya. If you please Ishvara, you will get Aishwarya, right? Of course, I am. There is a love. You out of love also you love God and you keep God pleased. That is there. That is then real bhakti. But if it is out of fear that you have to keep pleasing God, then that is the devotion that leads to just sentiments and weaknesses and condescending others, etc. All of that. Okay, disharmony basically. So I started this video to try to distinguish between a devotee coming from an Advaitic standpoint who has the whole spectrum. Spectrum, when I say not the spectrum, sorry, we see Dvaita, Visishtadvaita, and Advaita as steps, and we clearly know Advaita is the highest step there. So, if we have gone through those steps and we are standing on the top of those three steps and then looking at everything, then we have nothing to fear. We have no problem. We can dance for God, sing for God, etc. But simultaneously, all of this is you, and it is all Leela that is happening. And that will happen because it is your will, my will. Hmm? That is one kind. And the second kind is God is there, you are there. You have to continuously please God because you cannot afford, because God is all powerful, you are not. And this fear makes you go about in life. And you see others, when you see others, you get annoyed. This is the whole problem. You see the clear distinction, this distinction that is that you cannot mitigate. The distinction cannot be taken away. There is no possibility if that is how you see it. You get annoyed by others. Anything, including whatever names you may give as spirituality, etc., if that spirituality makes you feel annoyed, even by the presence of others, you think they are limiting you, the others are limiting you. That is where the problem starts. Okay, so I'm saying this Advaitic Bhakti is different from this Dvaitic Bhakti, who do not have the vision of the Advaita also. So when I criticize, I'm criticizing the second kind, this second kind that does not have the Advaitic viewpoint. What happens if you don't have the Advaitic viewpoint? If that is the question, you try to be exclusive and you try to have, you don't have to try, it will be natural for you. You will say that you will have this holier than thou attitude. I'm holier than you. So this kind of attitude, which is not conducive to harmony in this world and order in this world, and you don't care. You don't care. You will say God. You will say God has designed this, so God will take care of it. You will not take care of it. You will not have to take care of it. So this is when the problem is there. So when I am saying I am also a devotee, I am saying the Advaitic devotee, and when I am sometime, this condescends is not condescends really. I'm trying to say that you are in a stage where you are learning, you are coming, you're not in the stage that I'm talking about. So you understand your stage and be there. Stick to your lane. Okay. I want you to be happy, so stick to your lane. Don't punch above your weight. That's all I'm saying. So that's not condescends, that is showing your place. That's all. So when I show you your place, I'm showing the place to these people, not to the people that are Advaitic devotion, those who have Advaitic devotion. Thank you.